Hello, Bucs fans. Welcome back to Real Bucs Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Buccaneers' first round pick, wide receiver Emeka Egbuka out of Ohio State University, wide receiver U, if you want to say. But Ibuka is just really good, knows how to get open, knows how to, separate route, route running is really top notch here. He's setting up looking like it's going to be a block, and then he accelerates out of that to get open to the corner of the pylon. And I really like how he works himself back to the quarterback mark. I mean, he's just really smart, makes a tough catch here.
Yeah, a guy that does everything well. So a lot of people are going to be upset because he doesn't have any elite traits. I mean, look at it. It looks like he's running half speed if you think about it. He's just kind of nonchalantly getting through it. Even the break after his little nonchalant little move doesn't seem elite. The safety looks like he's coming down on him pretty fast. But it's more the deception that I see in him nonstop in tape and just the amount of things he can do and how he does everything well. So like look at this route point example. Everyone's grouped in here. He's going to be your inside guy. He literally loops around. Look at the catch he makes here, the head fakes, like just being able to get to that point, the head fake of, oh, it could be coming here, right? So give me that fake that way. And then he gets upfield, turns around, look where the ball's at, hands coming in late, the ball's coming. Don't give away that the ball's coming towards you. Then adjust, turn your body to make the catch, get 2 feet down. He did a lot of times getting 2 feet down as well in college, but very clean player. Does a lot of things right. Let's put it that way. It's not so there's
Mhm.
not many errors in his game if you think about it.
Yeah, so when you look at him again, there's a lot of discussion about just his character off the field as well. But when you watch him on the field, he's just a true professional, and you see that on tape. I mean, the ability to be very detailed in what he does, the route running, the ability to find space, understand what the defense is playing, and knows how to attack that. You see it here with a nice concept, basically going backdoor on the wheel route and just very smart, always under control. And I like how he's not being too fast here. He's just presenting an option for the quarterback, understanding he's got that space to work with.
Yeah, and understanding what the play is intending to do, right? So we're trying to initially fake everyone to go this way. So you have to give an illusion that you're blocking to get people to bite, right? So look at all the trash he's working through because they think they're getting through a block. So you can't be full speed all the time. So a lot of people want electricity through your routes and elite speed. You better cut on a dime and like break someone's ankle while you're doing it. You don't necessarily need all that, right? I mean, a comp to him was Amon Ross and Brown, right? Very similar stature, very aggressive guys with great mentalities. But this is Chris Godwin to a T, playing close to the line, getting through the trash, presenting yourself as a target, getting open, finding space, hands catch. Let's get in the end zone. So a lot of good things. Well, we're going to show you, but I know, yeah, the elite traits aren't there, but there's so many good things to talk about with Ibuka.
And now, showing tape of being a middle of the field target, I think adding someone like this to your offense where you can always use guys like this because attacking the middle of the field is very important in today's NFL. And you just see like the nuances of his route running, these little subtleness to create this space and then run through the catch.
Yeah, the yak yards. I mean, they weren't incredible, but you never know. Like taking it up to another level, a better quarterback play, especially here. Like, look where he's lined up here. A lot of it in the slot, which I truly do like. His little corner route here. This is a better thrown ball. I mean, even with this little head fake, giving an initial burst inside, but then goes outside to win the corner. Right there, poop. Like you don't really see it that crazy. It's just enough to make a guy lean one way. That's led better, you can get some upfield yak going on, but he has to wait for the ball. So he did everything right. You can't knock a guy for just not getting the best throw to put on more yards to present yourself as maybe even a better prospect.
Right, for sure. And then this route was probably one of my favorites. Again, he's just finding his way. He's creating separation with a nice stem. He's going to work himself to the middle of the field, as you're going to see him here. And then he comes back to the football as he makes the catch. So that's really important. And again, just being deceptive in how he creates that space. So it's really nice to see. And again, he's just another option for this Buccaneers offense that should have a lot of things working for them as we go forward.
And the big thing a lot of people say is doesn't beat man defense a lot. Okay, well, how often are people running man defense, right? And then also, he was like their go-to guy on third downs. Why? Because he understands space, he understands what the concept of the offensive play is, and where the easy place to attack that defense is when that play is being called. So it's a lot more of a head game with him, but then the subtleness, like look how smooth he is when he stutter steps to slow down and then cut inside. Not to mention, like we've been saying consistently, going back to the ball. Like look where he started on line, ends up getting a little bit closer to the ball to secure this catch because this guy could have made a play on it. Hands catch, high pointing, get upfield, make a little move. There's a lot of good things, plus a lot of good things.
A lot of good things. And then we just continue on with the intelligence, like understanding like this short area defender is playing outside coverage. He's trying to get to a spot. So he knows that, cuts it back inside, gets vertical, and gets a nice touchdown here as he's able to get off that coverage and make the play.
And the guy's bigger than him, pushes him, trying to get him off his spot. Just one arm's not going to be able to do it. Elusive to get through it, get to the spot. You know where you got to be, finish the play. And he does. And even his quarterback said, if there's a guy you want to start the team with, you want to bring with, it's this man, Ibuka. Why? Because he does everything well.
Yeah, again, and now we continue on as we see just the little details in the route running. Again, being able to set up this outside corner route with the nice little head fake there, just little subtleness and turns that defender around, but also the deceleration to come down with this catch, keep his feet in bounds, and get upfield is really impressive.
I want to go break it down even more. Like first, you see it. He's avoiding the linebacker, getting the hands off of him, getting upfield. Look at him put his head down to really sell this acceleration to force the safety to bite inside. Watch as he literally flips his hips and he's like, "Oh crap, I got beat." Head goes down, getting upfield. He flips hips. Look what he does. The second he flips his hips, putting my foot in the ground, I'm turning to the outside. Safety, oops, sorry. Secure catch, 2 feet in bounds. You gotta like it.
Yeah, there's a lot to like. I mean, a lot of people were expecting defense, but you can't knock this player because this is probably one of the best players that were available at the time and just makes a lot of sense. And his ability to continue to get open versus zone coverage versus, all sorts of different alignments. Again, nice release here, really selling that vertical route, cuts it in and runs to space.
And then playing close to the line, playing slot, playing outside. There's multiple ways he can be used. Again, coming back to the ball, hands catching. Like and then you want to learn from the best that's going to be playing close to the line and Chris Godwin, a comp that he's been getting early and often. What better way to learn from a guy that you're literally exampled from? And you're taking this day by day. You're going to learn from one of the best. If he's not ready, you can step in and be that supplement until he is ready.
Right, for sure. And here should have been a touchdown. And again, this goes back to the quarterback play. Like you would like to see a better ball here, but at the same time, like his ability to adjust and not only adjust to the football, but just adjust his positioning and making sure that he is going to be able to come down with this catch. He understands he's got a defender on his back, but he's able to shield him off, make the play, and make a tough catch in traffic.
And what's wild is considering that a lot of people say he doesn't have deep speed, he isn't that fast guy. That's another thing I've been hearing about Ibuka, like comparing him with the Bucs, what they have already. They're like, oh, there's no fast guys. The only deep threat they have is Mike Evans. This guy won a lot deep. Same thing with McMillan. They're just guys that know how to get open, especially deep, right? McMillan did the same thing. As a guy that's elusive speed, not necessarily elite burst speed. And both of them are 4-4 guys. I don't know what the issue is. If you're open, you're open. That's all that matters. He's
Mhm.
open. He has to wait on his ball again, but somehow secures this right before it gets to him. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Huge play in that Rose Bowl game.
Yeah, and again, now we're gonna see like some of the underneath stuff, like his ability to again find the space, understand what he's attacking, come back on this angle route here. Does a good job of again coming back to the football, making the catch, and then turning it upfield to get extra yards.
And those are the subtle little things that produce catches, produce wins, produce moving chains, right? Like if he stays on the outside route, this guy can get him closer, or if he even leans too far out, like we've seen so many times, the 90-degree cut isn't enough. You're coming back to the ball. Yeah, he caught it with the body. Okay, cool. But still, it's securing the catch and then the yak yards after the play. You like to see that.
Mhm. Yep, for sure. So a lot of good stuff there as we continue on. But yeah, just so detailed in his route running, the ability to make contested catches. Like here, this is really nice to see. I love this play going over the middle again, showing his numbers to the quarterback, and then making the catch in traffic as he knows he's going to face some contact here.
Yeah, not afraid of contact. The subtle moves, a little extension with the arm in that point too. But now, when you talk about man defense, what did you see here, plus?
Yeah, so, it's not, not just man, I think he's fine against, bump and run coverage, but I think when he's doing some underneath routes, when he does face some physical contact, there is, some areas of concern, but this is nothing that can't be developed. Like even here, like I love the little nuance there. He kind of, nudges the defender, churns his body to get back into space, and he's open. Unfortunately, another bad quarterback play here. Why, the ball's late, should have been a completion, but it's not. But yeah, those were some things like just fighting through contact and little details there, have to be cleaned up. But now we get into some of the creativity. You can use him as a running back there on reverses, and we've seen the Buccaneers do this at times. And he's just really fun when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, creativity, the ways you can use them. And I mean, Chris Godwin esque, as in setting up blocks. Like this is letting guys something up, then find the hole and attack it. Yeah, maybe he's not an elite break tackle guy, but you're setting things up, and that's the proper way to do it. Like with him here, he's pushing the outside to have his lead blocker force that guy to the outside so he can force himself back inside. So it's a lot of setups where normal receivers will just get it and just fly to a spot. He's thinking, well, what do I need to do to get more space? Sadly, it's a fumble here, but still, it's more the play that happened, how he set everything up.
Yeah, for sure. And again, you see him here on the orbit motion, taking the handoff here on the backside. And again, he's just going to be very intelligent in how he attacks the defense once he gets the football here, setting up blocks, finding his space, and again, trying to get more yards. So that's really cool. And then here on the direct handoff, where he's lined up in the backfield and does a really good job here of, again, I like the acceleration, then the little move here to keep his balance and get the first down. So it's you see the potential and the upside with Ibuka at the next level.
And now let's go on to blocking. So we talked about his route running, the different routes he can run, the the stems of everything, hands catch, running with the ball, now blocking. So he is a complete player. Like at the bottom of your screen here, just setting up blocks, having the guy come back behind him. He's not a destroyer, but he's a good enough blocker early on. Not to mention now he's going to learn and be a little bit more aggressive, considering he's learning from Chris Godwin.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is something that will continue to develop for his game, but right now he's got a very solid foundation as a blocker. Again, does a good job of technique, staying, locked in on his blocks, which is good. Now here at the top of the screen, does a good job of finding his man. Again, not over aggressive, not, out of control. He sets it up well, uses his feet and arms to maintain blocks. And that's a good sign as a receiver. That's what you're looking for.
Low base, drive through your legs, keep your hips low. And it's just using what you got. And then here, I'll let you break this down. It's more him thinking what's it's going to be and then not drawing a flag, right?
Yeah, I think this just shows like good mental awareness. Like he's expecting the running back to be outside. So I think that's what he was setting up for, to have a potential outside run. But he does a good job noticing that the defensive back is coming back inside, and he doesn't reach or hold and draws a flag.
Yeah. Very clean player.
Yep. So guys, hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to hit the like button. This is our film study of first round pick for the Buccaneers, Emeka Egbuka, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. So hope you all enjoyed that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see him in this Buccaneers offense. And you can't have enough receivers because we've seen it time and time again. If someone gets hurt, you want to have another guy to step in, but also it gives you that flexibility to use multiple guys in different situations. And this is a pick that's going to help us now, but more importantly, it's going to help us down the road into the future. So, with that said, everyone, hope you enjoyed it and go Bucks.